reason why we talk to potentials isn't to help us, it's to help other people.
To be completely honest, I was absolutely a hater. I would get DM'd all the time and be like, what are these girls doing? Like, they're part of a scam. It's a pyramid scheme. Like, I would never. I'm staying at my 9 to 5.
You know, literally, we look at people that work 9 to 5s. That's a pyramid scheme. If you're asking me, like, no one, you guys cannot all work for a big corporation and become the CEO.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Emily and welcome back or to my YouTube channel if you are new here. Today we are looking at and reacting to a Monat team call, which I think is going to be pretty interesting just because I don't see very many of them here on YouTube. They're talking about all the preconceived notions and the assumptions people have when it comes to joining an MLM, and also a lot of the pyramid scheme type of stuff too. So I think this is going to be a really good video. If you enjoy these types of videos, go ahead and subscribe. I have plenty on my channel and more to come. Like this video if you enjoy it, and follow me over on my socials at emilyjfine. I enjoy interacting and talking to you guys over there as well. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get right on into the video. Also, if I'm like staring at the camera like that, it's because I have my ring light on and it is honestly starting to give me a headache. It is so bright. So if it looks like I'm falling asleep or can't see, it's literally just because of my ring light.
We are talking about hesitations when it comes to this business opportunity and what we hear a lot about. So I asked my gal pals, Kelsey and Kelly, to jump on here. Can you guys introduce yourselves?
All right. Hi, guys. My name is Kelsey. I have been working with Erica and Kelly for 1.5 years now, I think. I've been in the business for over 2 years, but you know, we just kind of wanted to pop on here and give some information to you guys and go over something.
I'm Kelly. I have been in the business, can't even remember how long, but I do know going from a 9 to 5 to this business full time is what I've done. So I just want to give you guys what my hesitations were, and I'm excited to share this with you guys because I know that this business and this opportunity is so different and not the normal, and this is why we need to have this conversation. So I'm excited.
Okay, so I guess we should just jump into hesitations now. For me, and I want to hear what the biggest one you guys hear, and we could go from there, but whenever I talk to someone about joining or even just the opportunity in general, and I'm just like giving them information, they always say they don't have time. Like, that is the number one thing I hear from people.
I think time is a mindset. I know Erica and I started similar in the sense of I did say that I wanted to do this for 2 years, but then I joined and I didn't do anything 3 months. And that was because I didn't think I had time. I was in a 9 to 5 job. I was working a lot, and in reality, I needed to make time. And time is totally a mindset. We all have 24 hours in a day. Yep. So we all need to utilize it properly. This business isn't about sitting down and working for hours on end. It's about working smart and knowing when to fit this work into your day-to-day life.
So I really hate the, oh, everybody has 24 hours in a day excuse. Everybody's life looks very, very different. Everybody has different things going on. People have kids, spouses, obligations, 5 jobs. So it's just, you can say people have the same 24 hours, but not everybody's 24 hours looks the same.
Yeah, I wanted to touch on that because when I started, I was a bartender. So I was working 4 p.m. till 3 a.m. So when I would get home at 4 a.m., I would work till like 5 or 6 a.m. and then go to bed and just like space it out. So that's why like time is like such a huge like hesitation for people. But like once you actually like break it out and like put blocks into your day, it actually does work if you obviously want it to work into your schedule. And that's the difference.
You do have the time, I promise. You're just not used to it. Like, you are already in your routine with your work, with your school, what you do after work, what you do on the weekends. And it's just about rearranging some things and finding, honestly, an hour, 30 minutes even, to 2 hours out of your day. And that's not even like in a row. It's 30 minutes in the morning, go to bed 30 minutes later, like you did, Kels. Like, stay up 1.5 hours past when you get home to fit your business in. So I definitely agree that it's totally a mindset thing. That's 100% the number one hesitation that I hear. What other ones have you guys ran across?
Yeah, money is the second.
Money is definitely, when you talk to a potential, and the reason why we talk to potentials isn't to help us, it's to help other people to gain back time and to grow their money, and it's more of an investment. And I think a lot of people don't see it that way. They see it as throwing away money, and that's not the case. And that's what's so great about our company is you're not buying into this business. You're buying products for yourself like you would at any other store. It's going to Sephora or going to Ulta, and understanding that you're just replacing that trip with our products, and look at what happens. You can earn money. You go to Sephora, you buy products, you can't earn money from that. So I
totally hate that bullshit when they say, we're not recruiting you to help us, we're recruiting you to help you. The only reason as to why you would want to recruit people in this business model is to get people below you, that way you can make money. And why in the hell would anybody want to replace good products for your hair from Sephora with shitty Monat products that is gonna make your hair fall out? I really don't think the everyday person goes out of their way to buy Monat products unless they're in the MLM trying to make money.
Kind of breaking the mold of understanding why you pay. You don't have overheads. You don't have anything that a normal company would have, and you still own a business. $200 plus for a business is legit insane, but it's possible, and that's why this company is so amazing.
What does she mean you don't have overheads? Who is the person that signs you up? That is your upline, aka your overhead. And they really like to make this big deal, this big argument on how you can pass them and this and that. But does anybody actually know how hard that is to do? That is why a majority of the people stay at the bottom.
Yeah, and I feel like so many people, when they hear, buying, kits, like, it scares them a lot. And I understand that. But at the same time, like, we genuinely like these products. We use them every day. They're in our everyday routine. And I want people that, like, obviously we're here to share the opportunity and who it will help. But I also want, like, whoever's using our products to actually like them and, like, love them as much as we do. Because what the products can do for people skin and hair wise and just like confidence overall is huge. And I think that's why for me personally, I've stayed with this company too, is just because the products are so amazing on top of everything as well.
Right. And I feel like people, what they also view it as is taking a risk, when our company absolutely makes it risk-free with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Like, we don't want you working this if you, one, don't love the products, and if two, you don't love the business, because then it's going to be a hassle. You're not going to want to show up and do the work. One just came to mind, a hesitation that I've recently been hearing a lot of.
Yeah, spending $200 for a business, your own business, is very scary to people, because that is a big chunk of money. That is might be a good portion of somebody's rent, car payment, groceries for the month. And then she likes to say, a lot of people think it's a risk, it's risky. Why do people think it's so risky? Well, and then she wants to say it like that's not a risk or something to worry about. Like, stop talking out of your ass. Look at the actual statistics, because only 1% of people actually make a decent profit. Just be real with people, lay out the facts, the statistics, and quit feeding people this bullshit.
I don't think it's for me. And I love this one because I feel like no one in this business thought it was for them, unless you've had network marketing experience in the past, which I never did. And I'll be completely honest, I was absolutely a hater. I would get DM'd all the time and be like, what are these girls doing? Like, they're part of a scam. It's a pyramid scheme. Like, I would never. I'm staying at my 9 to 5. And that was just because I was so uneducated. And all it takes is asking questions and just being willing to have a conversation to really see what it's like. So I guess my question to you guys is, did you think that this was for you when you were approached about it?
No. Guys, this is so funny. So when I started, I remember buying the pack and I had no idea what I was doing, because I joined with my friend from high school. And at the time, I really just joined for a couple extra $100 a month. And so when I found out, I bought shampoo and conditioner, no idea. Like, that's kind of where my mindset was. Like, I had no idea what I was doing. I was just willing to try. And I think that's the beauty of this business. And that's something I wanted to touch on is we train you guys from the start. You're never alone in this business. And I think seeing how much trainings we have from just our mentors and other like amazing speakers that we've had over the last couple of years, you know, we can help you guys get through it and learn. You know, not everyone comes in knowing network marketing and knowing how to social sell, because that's also another one I hear all the time is people saying, I don't want to sell to people. And I feel like I don't feel salesy. You know, I feel like what we do is we promote and we do social selling, if you will, sure, but I don't feel like it's salesy. I don't know, Kel, if you want to touch on that.
Like social sharing more. Like, I mean, it would be like you were recommending a restaurant or makeup or anything that you would buy and you recommend to a friend. That's really what we do.
Is that really what you do? Because you are in people's DMs harassing them. Do you know how many examples I've seen just from like you guys or on the internet in general of just like spamming? They're spamming the absolute flip out of people again and again and again. When you're just recommending a restaurant or a movie, you're not really doing that unless you really fucking like that movie or restaurant, but the majority of people aren't doing that. And also when you're just casually recommending something, you're not trying to make a profit off of somebody, so it seems a lot more genuine. They're only recommending these products to you because they want to make money off of you.
And when it comes down to it, yes, on paper we do sell products. It is on paper, that is what we do, but in reality, because we do love these products so much, it doesn't feel like selling. When people say, oh, this isn't for me, I'm actually genuinely curious on what you guys think they're actually thinking, because of course I didn't get into this business because I'm like network marketing. I was born for this. This is something where you're breaking barriers. This is not the norm. This isn't a 9-to-5. This isn't something that we are all streamlined to go into. This is something completely different. So when you go into it, you have to kind of reroute your mind to understand how to deal with things. So when people say this isn't for me, I don't necessarily think that they know what it is.
Right. And I think a lot of it just comes down to, like you said, they're not familiar. It's not streamlined. It's not what we're taught. We're taught to get a 9-to-5, to work in an office, to go to school. Not saying don't do those things, because I did all of that and I'm still in school, but don't knock an idea until you've actually been educated on it. And I did that for months. I literally would push girls aside. And had I started sooner, who knows where I would be in my business now.
Okay, so here's the deal. If they actually properly educated themselves before joining Monat, they wouldn't be sitting there right now doing this. They would know that they are manipulating people, and maybe they do, maybe they don't, but manipulating people, working a pyramid scheme pretty much. They would know all of these things, and maybe deep down they do, but they're so far in deep now, they're just like, screw it, I've already scammed so many people, what's hundreds of more? Us here in the MLM community and all of you down supporting everybody in the comments, we are the ones properly educating ourselves. We are the ones laying out the facts. I think I'd rather take my chances and educate myself with statistics and facts and videos from the MLM community and all of you in the comments who have had experiences or have been in one, rather than from somebody who's actually trying to sell you a fake dream and or product.
You hear the incentives from everyone that talks to you about this, but like Kelly said, it goes so much beyond that. You know, it's mindset, it's confidence, it's meeting people in Kansas City and Australia that I would have never met had it been for this business. So I think people look tip of the iceberg when they say it's not for me, and they don't get enough information, which is what our job is. And I'm glad we're doing calls like this, because it has to be out there. People need to know that, yes, it can be for you if you're willing to learn and be coachable.
Absolutely. I think coachable is like 100% where it's at, you know, because like we all said, we didn't know what we were doing when we came in. So I think having an open mind is huge in this business, because you know, if you're willing to let it will change your life. Like Erica said, you know, this is my full-time job now as well. You know, I'm able to travel see my family and kind of live the life that I want rather than having to clock in and clock out.
So the last hesitation.
Something I also want to mention is, you notice how this is edited, like they only put in parts that they wanted you to hear. So right off the bat, it seems super ingenuine. What are they saying between like the cuts that they are making? Because obviously it's stuff that they didn't want you and me to hear. What do you know? Some more ingenuine crap.
John, is how everyone thinks this is a pyramid scheme. Kelly, I know you have great info on this, so spill it.
So a pyramid scheme is a common misconception from the 90s. It was a time where people could only make, the top person could make money, and they had to carry inventory. They had to have all of these quotas. They had to buy products every single month to keep their business active. And in reality, the person at the top would always be at the top, and whoever is above you, you can never rank up, or you can never be promoted above them. Well, common misconception is network marketing is a pyramid scheme, but it's not. And the reason for that is the complete opposite. We don't carry inventory. We can be promoted above the person that brought us in. We can, rank up all the way to the top if we wanted to. And the person that brought us in could not be working. We still would rank up. And then we also don't have any monthly quotas. We don't have to buy products. I know a lot, not a lot, but I do know that some network marketing companies, you do have to buy products. Our companies, you only have to buy the product pack, and that's it. If you don't want to buy any other products, you don't have to.
Okay, so that made absolutely no sense. Hey, certain MLMs make you buy products, but hey, here in Monat, you have to buy products to join. What? And it's just so goofy when they all try to explain this is what a pyramid scheme is. We kind of do those things, but we make it legal. Like, hey, we are doing these things, so we are not a pyramid scheme, but we are practicing those things anyway. Like, you just sound so stupid.
In terms of like calling it a pyramid scheme, it is not a pyramid scheme. It's just not. Like, it's also, I didn't touch on this, but pyramid schemes are freaking illegal. If we were a pyramid scheme, we wouldn't be a $1 billion company, and we wouldn't still be going.
Not only that, but we wouldn't be on websites like Forbes or Vogue or all of the other features that we've had in the past like year and a half. And the other thing about being a pyramid scheme is you are not making money in this business unless you are working. So it doesn't matter how many people are under you, how many people you've signed to your team. If you are not putting in the work, you are not going to be making any money.
And I think one thing too that I always like to touch on, because people are so uncomfortable with the idea of it, I think Kelly has done a really good layout of this. Literally we look at people that work 9 to 5s. That's a pyramid scheme. If you're asking me, like, you guys cannot all work for a big corporation and become the CEO. Like, that's not going to happen because it's unrealistic. But with our company, you can't, and I think that's what we like to acknowledge in this business and try to tell people that we can offer that, because realistically, people in their 9 to 5s, like, you can't really move up that much. Like, you're kind of stuck in that corporate ladder, where in this business, like, it's your own timeline. It's like your choice on how fast you want to go.
Fucking stop. Did she really just say that? Like, why would you say something that dumb and put it on the internet? It's like they don't want to talk about how great they think Monat is and how great the products are and this and that. They just want to bash the corporate world, the 9 to 5s, and why everybody should quit their 9 to 5 and do MLMs. If everybody did that, we wouldn't have teachers, police officers, doctors, lawyers. Like, we actually still kind of need those things in life. Why bash on it?
Anyone who's in a 9 to 5 job that understands the ladder and it is kind of seeming like a pyramid scheme, you're never going to get to the top. Think about being appreciated every single day. You go into work with this business and you're appreciated from people all around the world because they're so positive and they're like-minded and they're all going for the same goals as you're going. Now go to your 9 to 5 job. You're stuck at your cubicle. Just like Erica said, you work for 3 hours because you're good at doing your job, and then you sit there for another 5 because that's required of you. That's not this company at all.
In Monat, it's not like upline down. Like, yes, that's the title of each other, but we call each other business partners. Like, I don't feel like anyone is below me. I don't feel like anyone is above me. We all consistently work side by side and encourage each other and help each other get to our goals, where I have never once experienced that in the 6 different offices that I worked in, the however many companies I've been a part of. Like, that was never the work environment. And I don't even have to be in an office to get that type of community. Like, that is just comes hand in hand with this business. Are we done?
I'm like, I don't know what to say.
I don't know. I mean,
Where do we wrap that up?
I think all of those hesitations, we can talk until we're blue in the face because we've been in this business, and we can explain to anyone who's watching this that, you know, it's not a pyramid scheme, and, you know, you do have time, and, you know, we can say everything that we've gone through because we've all gone through it. We've all been in your situation, but you're never going to click that submit button comfortable. No, we all go into this business scared, and we all go into this business as an unknown, and you're never going to know unless you try.
And I think it starts too is, yes, you can have hesitations about literally anything, but I really do think it starts with believing in yourself. I do think that if you're hesitant about doing something that's unknown or something that's not your go-to idea of work, of course you're going to be hesitant, but you've got to have trust in yourself that I can figure this out. I can do this. If all of these girls are finding success, why can't
Wow, that was just wow. Especially the end, dude. I'm just like, what are you smoking to be saying stuff like that? Because it's the furthest from the truth. Like, come talk to me when you actually have statistics, when you're actually being real and honest with yourselves and everybody else, because that was just the biggest BS call. But alright guys, that is going to be it for today's video. Go ahead and leave all your opinions and comments down below. Love to talk to you guys about it. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. I will catch you in my next video. See you guys soon. Bye.